Okay. Probably too much light. Yeah. But that'll work. There we go. I am taking some beef bones. I'd gotten a bunch of soup bones from a cattle farmer. Kind of far from me, but one of the closest. And I boiled down and made bone broth, vegetables, beef broth. I'm not going to flip this one. I've already flipped some. I had put down parchment paper. Following the Townsend, James Townsend, he did a vlog called Pocket Soup, which is just basically taking your broth, cooking it down so far that it basically gels at room temperature. I have a small Harvest Right freeze dryer that I bought when I retired. Only 3 shells. I'll explain the ice in a minute. This I can feel is not totally done, and normally you would not take this out yet. You would run it for more time, but can you see how thick that ice is? Alright, I don't want it to jam up my machine. So, I am going to defrost and then rerun this batch of bone broth. Later, I will take some time to cut it. The chicken broth I actually cut before I freeze dried it. This, I was running out of time, so I pushed it. I actually threw it in the freeze dryer well before I should have. But I will take and chop this up, put an O2 absorber and vac seal it. Some of this, probably 2/3 of it, will go down to my son down near the river. Things are still crazy down in that borough. I am not going into discussions of where he lives. As I said before, I have a cousin who is a little bit off in the head. And I have no reason to discuss where my son lives or his household status at this point. But I can feel, like I said, I can still feel it's cold, which means there's dampness on the inside, if not on the bottom. But that ice has to go. You will, of course, drain this. This is actually best if you have like a utility room, but my place does not have that much space because I don't need that much space. So this utility bucket, which is sitting on some more canning jars, which is sitting on the cat's scratch box to bring it up to a level. Better go get a dish towel and drop this over so the cat's fur doesn't get on it, although I could definitely just, since the top is solid, I could blow off any fur. Just, you know, expensive but handy if you can co-op with a bunch of friends or a church group. Total cost for this with the special no oilless pump was to 3,000, but then shipping is a chunk and some change. This beastie weighs about 150 some pounds. So it's not something you can just pack up in a closet easily. But it is worth it. You can make your own food. You know what's in it. This has no salt. It has no salt, no pepper, carrot peelings, celery trimmings, onion skins. I don't think I had any fresh garlic in that bundle of broth trimmings. Oops. My pressure canner is about ready to go. So I need to check on it. Have a blessed day, folks.